Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher
fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, I mean, damn, pause, but like, check this out. I mean, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early with me. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this for me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid.
One theory floating around online is that P Diddy is involved with Jamie Foxx's disappearance because Jamie was going to expose or did expose something terrible about P Diddy along the lines of sleeping with underage boys at his parties. But the question is, did Jamie Foxx really expose Diddy? Or has Diddy exposed himself? You are now within minutes of horror, and your only chances of survival is hitting that like button. With that being said, let's continue on with the video. Now, I am not one to turn down a conspiracy theory. I am open for all kinds of theories, discuss and debate them. One of these theories that I was reading in the comment section of my previous video about Jamie Foxx's health is that Diddy was involved in Jamie Foxx's disappearance because Jamie was exposing information about one of Diddy's parties that may have involved underage musicians and actors from Nick Cannon to even Ed Sheeran, all due to a certain video circulating online where Jamie talks about Diddy's parties to a group of people who may have or may not have known were recording him.
You spent $1.5 million on this party? I said, you come to my house, I'll throw you a party for $400, and it will rival this, not in scale, but the people there, because that's how I started. I was the first social media dude. When I would do stand-up, I had cue cards. This is 91. I had cue cards, and I would have people sign and put their pager numbers on it. And I would call during the week, yo, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be here. So I had 800 signatures, wow. 600 women, 200 guys. Nick Cannon used to sleep on my couch. Wow. 13 years old. He'd be in one part of the house. He'd be like, can I, nigga, go back in there. You can't, the fuck back in there. You can't come in here. And he'd be like this, right? He slept on the couch. Ed Sheeran was the latest. Ed Sheeran slept. Wow. Ed Sheeran, my new house. Ed Sheeran slept on my studio floor for 6 weeks.
Amen.
Working on this shit.
In this video, Jamie Foxx really does not expose Diddy or really says anything bad beyond the fact he hints at being Diddy's handler, where Jamie Foxx would get these young boys and men who had talent. They would sleep over his house. Then Diddy would come over and recruit them. In Hollywood, you have handlers and you have gatekeepers. Usher and Jamie Foxx were handlers. Diddy is a gatekeeper. You really have to go through Diddy in order to make it big in your field of talent. Quincy Jones, among others, are gatekeepers. We all know that Quincy Jones butt broke Will Smith. That's a known fact. Now, Diddy, in a drunken moment, did say he used to sleep in bed with Usher when Usher was 10 and Diddy was only a little bit older. But Diddy never says how much older he was than Usher. Diddy was 19 when he used to sleep in bed with a 10-year-old Usher, making Diddy a full-grown adult. Usher as a boy was exposed to many of Diddy's wild sex parties, and when asked would he allow his children to stay with Diddy, this was his response.
I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem. I had like, you know,
what
like
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
See?
Now, while Usher would not send his own kids to Puffy camp, he was more than fine to sending other people's kids to Puffy camp. Now, as Usher grew into an adult and became big in the music world, he became a handler, and one of the kids he recruited was none other than Justin Bieber. Now, in this next video, which is very creepy, you can see grooming at its full effect here. This is what grooming looks like. Even in this video, Diddy says he had ownership of Usher, just as he's going to have ownership of Bieber.
Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, come get the front shot of this.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down there, you gotta, you know, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you know, when you get 16. You good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
All right. So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
We just so check this out, yo. Justin, he's in. You ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy. Him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
This video is perhaps one of the best examples of grooming you can possibly find. And this poor kid, Justin Bieber, who is a part of the $100 Million Club, has been pimped out in Hollywood like no other. Just look at some of these videos involving 40-year-old women.
Okay, do we have time for my thing? Okay, all right. Do you know Would You Rather game? Would you rather? You know that game?
Yeah, I know that game.
Okay, so here's my question. Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer, Justin Bieber.
I have like little girl fans. I can't go.
Okay, imagine that. Imagine that wasn't a problem. Imagine there was no laws. Imagine it wasn't like weird like that.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do either. I
You
don't.
have to pick Justin Bieber.
Like I
I
plead
will
the
grab
fifth.
your face.
Hey, I saw that stuff you were drinking in the movie.
Wow. I feel violated right now. Wow. First of all, last time I was up here, I forgot to thank the man, Usher Raymond.
He's no different than those kids from Nickelodeon. Dan Schneider is one of the worst gatekeepers you can possibly find. These kids go into Nickelodeon making a TV show and come out as adults who are just mentally destroyed. I'm going to save Nickelodeon for my next video because there is a lot that can be said about it. And when these kids become a little bit older and they start doing things that are very bizarre and odd, we think of them as spoiled brats, but we don't think that these kids are going through some of the worst things you can possibly imagine a child can go through. As an adult, you know going into Hollywood, there are certain things you have to do in order to make it big. You know a form of the casting couch exists. But as a child, as a young teenager, 13, 14, 15, you think you're being recruited by some of the biggest stars in Hollywood based off your talent alone. But you don't know that 50% of that is meeting these demons who are ready to wring you dry inside out. Now, is Diddy involved in the disappearance of Jamie Foxx? I'm going to really say I don't believe so, because Jamie Foxx was playing the game along with Diddy. They were, or they are, really good friends for a long time. But at the end of the day, we still don't know what's happening to Jamie Foxx. Nobody has definite answers. Diddy could be involved in his disappearance. He could have taken the jab, developed a blood clot, and now he is blind and paralyzed. Or he could have gotten a stroke and he's recovering. I just find it very bizarre that there are reports that he's blind and paralyzed, and now there's being renovations done on his home. perhaps to make it more accessible to someone who is now handicapped. I also find it very strange his most recent movie is about people being cloned, called They Cloned Tyrone, and we do know Hollywood likes to do predictive programming. But I want to know what you think. Please comment below. Do you believe Diddy was involved with Jamie Foxx's disappearance? Do you think Jamie Foxx took the jab and he had a bad reaction from it? Did he have a stroke from stress, or was it something else altogether? Please comment below. In any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.